Okay, not great news about this guy. He stands at D. Plus. This guy flashes some red flags that you really need to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is unlikely to go far in his career, even if he talks about big plans. He might start things with good intentions, but when faced with obstacles or pressure, he's more inclined to step back instead of pushing through. If you're looking for someone truly ambitious who will climb high, he's probably not the one.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's much more likely to break down rather than bounce back. Small setbacks or criticism can hit him hard, making him feel overwhelmed or wanting to run away from the problem. You might see him become moody, withdrawn, or even angry over little things.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He tends to have a hard time forming strong relationships at work. People may see him as cold or unfriendly because he doesn't go out of his way to be kind or respectful. This can make others want to keep their distance from him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is more likely to feel uncomfortable or even threatened if you do really well in your career. Instead of cheering for you, he may become distant, withdrawn, or even a little snappy because your success reminds him of his own struggles. You could end up feeling like you have to downplay your own happiness just to keep the peace.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel insecure and may even resent you. Even if he doesn't say it straight out, you might notice him pulling away, giving you the silent treatment, or being short tempered over small things. He may avoid talking about money or your work altogether.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't very careful with money. He tends to spend without much planning, often buying things on impulse or forgetting to keep track of expenses. When bills pile up or there are money problems, he might avoid dealing with them, leaving things messy and unresolved.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is more likely to pretend that he's better off than he really is. You may see him trying to buy things or make choices just to keep up appearances, even if it puts a strain on his wallet. This can lead to problems later, both in money matters and trust between you two.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't known for being open handed or warm hearted. He tends to hold back, both with his money and with simple acts of kindness. When someone needs support, he's more likely to look the other way or make excuses.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive and avoid open talks about money. If you ask him about expenses or plans, he might change the subject or give short, unclear answers. Open and honest conversations about money will be hard to come by with him.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is mostly your job. When it comes to chores or daily responsibilities at home, don't expect him to step in or offer much help. If you ask for support, he might avoid it, make excuses, or even get annoyed.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is the type who will mostly just watch you work instead of pitching in. If there are chores or baby duties, he may stand by and offer advice or point out what needs to be done, but rarely rolls up his sleeves to help himself. He might call this helping, but in reality, it leaves all the real work to you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tends to argue just to prove he's right, rather than trying to truly understand your side. If you bring up your feelings or concerns, he may interrupt, get stubborn, or focus on winning the argument instead of listening. It's rare for him to pause and consider your point of view.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
He will not stay respectful. He'll fire off cutting remarks and then shut down or walk away. When anger hits, it spikes fast. Sharp, dismissive words, a hard tone, followed by an exit, leaving the room, going silent, or not dealing with this for hours or days. It's less roaring rage and more cold sting plus retreat, which means you're left with the hurt and no resolution. His instinct is to avoid the mess after landing the jab, so fights end in stonewalling rather than repair.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, often over small issues. He's likely to react suddenly with harsh words or by withdrawing completely, making things uncomfortable and tense. Remember, you deserve peace and respect in your own home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes responsibility when something goes wrong. Instead, he is much more likely to blame you or make excuses for his actions. This can leave you feeling frustrated and guilty, even when you've done nothing wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may not fully respect your boundaries and might push or question you even when you say no. Instead of stopping or giving you space, he could react by complaining, showing annoyance, or trying to change your mind. This can make you feel pressured or uncomfortable rather than safe and respected. Remember, you deserve someone who listens and values your comfort without making you feel guilty or wrong.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding, he might act hurt, become moody, or even give you the silent treatment. You should feel safe to say no without having to manage his feelings on top of your own.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Sadly, you may not be able to fully trust him with your private moments. If he gets upset or angry, he might bring up those personal things to embarrass you, make you feel small, or use them against you in an argument. He doesn't always understand the importance of treating your trust with care.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's not very steady when it comes to faithfulness. He can get easily distracted by other women, especially if things at home aren't smooth or he's feeling bored. This kind of behavior can make you feel insecure and worried all the time.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to act over possessive and show signs of jealousy or controlling behavior. He may question where you go, who you talk to, or even want to check your phone or messages. Remember, true love means trust and freedom, not fear and control.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may seem like a protective nature is actually more about control than care. He might say he's looking out for you, but in reality, he tries to make your choices for you, telling you what to wear, where to go, or who to see. Remember, a loving partner supports your freedom, not limits it.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He's not the type to step in and share the daily responsibilities or emotional care for the kids. Instead of feeling like a team, you may feel like you're parenting both the kids and him.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. Even small mistakes or noise can make him snap, yell, or say things that hurt instead of helping. This kind of reaction can make children nervous or scared to be honest about their problems.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to support you as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to handle all family duties without complaint, putting your own needs and dreams on the back burner. Instead of cheering you on or sharing the load, he lets you carry much of it alone.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but could later ask you to quit once you have a child. At the start, he may say he's fine with your work, but when family life gets more demanding, he might expect you to give up your job and focus only on home and kids. If you push back or explain your dreams, he may become distant, annoyed, or say things to make you feel guilty.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but there won't be much real warmth or genuine care. He may do the basic greetings and follow social rules when they visit, but you'll notice he doesn't go out of his way to build a true connection or show affection. If family acceptance and respect matter to you, this is something to think about seriously. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than making an effort to fit in or understand them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. He may react with anger, sarcasm, or by pulling away from everyone, making the situation more tense. You'll often find yourself wishing for understanding, but get conflict instead.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may act modern with you in private, but will expect you to be a traditional supportive wife when his relatives are around. He might want you to dress, speak, or behave in ways that please his family, even if it's different from how you truly are. If you step out of these expectations, he could get upset or ask you to change just for appearances.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he is more likely to stay out of it or even quietly side with them rather than support you. He may avoid standing up for you to keep the peace or because he doesn't want to face conflict himself. This lack of support can hurt deeply and make you question where you truly belong.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he behaves very much like a mummy's boy. In a conflict between you and his mother, he is unlikely to choose your side. He will often put his mother's wishes or feelings above yours and may avoid standing up for you even when you're right. It's a tough road if you're hoping for someone who places your partnership first.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's quite likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's a disagreement, instead of working things out just between the two of you, he may run and tell his family everything. It can leave you feeling exposed, judged, and like you're never truly in a private partnership.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy stands at D. Plus. Some of these red flags can really become a big deal. You've got to be very careful here. Day in and day out, being in a relationship with this man can feel lonely, exhausting, and tense. You may find yourself doing most of the hard work, whether it's in the home with kids or handling family issues, while he stays distant or only steps in to criticize.